Let's go.
Okay, we're back, baby.
Throwing hands.
Coming into the weekend. Big Friday coming at you. We got a special guest coming on with us today. We got Roberto El Gallo Negro Armas.
Ooh,
He's becoming a household name in bare knuckle BKFC with a 4-4 record. This guy just keeps improving, man. He sits in the pocket. He's not afraid of danger. He rolls with the shots, and he I feel like his home is 135, but he has been known to jump up to 145. So he's not afraid. He's not afraid to get in there and mix it up. So really excited to see him come on today.
looking forward to it, bro. Looking forward to today's episode. I almost overslept, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Coming out of that night shift, man. I had the alarm set and everything, and then I must have hit snooze, bro. And I don't know how I even woke up when I did, bro, to be honest. Oh, I would have been so heartbroken if we missed this, man.
I was sweating. I was sweating big time. I was
He's
thinking, I'm
cool.
like, I don't want to do it without you, bro.
Oh,
Um,
you might have had to, bro.
I was just like, man, maybe if I start it, maybe you'll join in. But
Man.
yeah, I was getting nervous. I was getting nervous for sure.
I'm just glad we made it, bro. Fuck. We'll
Yeah, we
get
did
through
it.
it now. We'll get through it now.
Fuck yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
on the lobby?
not yet, not yet. I sent him the invite, so
Hot week for us, man. Got to finish up the Plazola interview. Put that up on YouTube yesterday. You guys go check that out. The full interviews on Throwing Hands podcast YouTube.
yeah, shout out to Edgar Plazaola, sorry. Had a great time chopping it up with him. Definitely that he's got a champion mind state. He's probably on the beach running right now.
Yeah, it's probably out there doing his calisthenics right now, man. My goodness.
Inspirational, man. Inspirational guy. High energy too, gives it up to Lord Jesus Christ. Nothing but respect. Yeah. And even with Elijah Harris to start our week off, it's been a great week, man.
Bless,
Really
man.
blessed to be able to connect with these guys.
Yeah, go check that out too. Elijah Harris, the full interview on YouTube Throwing Hands podcast. Let's get some subscribers and views on there, man. We're gonna get that content out for you guys.
That's right. We're having fun with it either way. And here we go in the lobby, Roberto Armas. Let's put your throwing hands up. Give him a big throwing hands welcome.
There he is. Oh man, sorry about that, brother. Tried my best to get out here as quick as possible. I told you I ran a little bit late coming out of a night shift last night.
All good.
How you doing, brother? How's everything?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, what you up to
Roberto,
today?
welcome to the show.
Just gonna pick up my kids for spring break for the week.
Wait, how many kids do you have?
I have four.
Oh,
Wow.
busy man.
Oh,
I have
gee.
You got boys and girls?
yeah, 2 and 2. I have a 12-year-old, 5-year-old, and twins. They're three.
Oh, twins too.
Damn, that's busy. Good man. Where you live in Miami? Or no,
No,
you Charleston, right?
yeah, Charleston, South Carolina.
That's right. How
South
you
Carolina.
feeling? How you feeling since that last fight, man? That was
Pretty
an
good.
amazing performance by you.
I appreciate that. I feel pretty good. Healed up pretty quick. So you can see I still have a little bit of a scar left, and that was it. But I've been sparring and stuff already, so
Yeah, you're no stranger to the wars. You'll go to the distance, 3 rounds, 5 rounds. Um, what made you get into bare knuckle?
Well, I started off with MMA a long time ago, and then as MMA progressed, I didn't like the. I mean, the first martial art I started with was wrestling. Then I went into MMA, and I don't really like grappling as much as I do punching somebody. So from there, I moved on to Muay Thai and kickboxing, and if a fight goes to decision in Muay Thai and kickboxing, they heavily favor kickers. At least that's what I noticed, and I just wanted to use my hands more. So um, I did look into. I mean, I was boxing a bit, and I don't have a problem with boxing. It's just, I don't know. I don't like that some people go in there with the intention of winning a fight by decision. And to me, that's not a fight. That's not how boxing originated. Boxing was it was bare knuckle when it first started, and the whole point of a boxing fight was to beat the other person until they fell or they quit.
Yeah, that's the beauty about bare knuckle. Not everybody's making it all the way to that decision, right?
Yeah, no,
How old were you when you first started fighting?
I was 16 when I started wrestling.
Would you say bare knuckle is now your favorite type of combat without the
Oh
gloves?
yeah, yeah, without a doubt, without a doubt. There's just something so raw about smacking somebody with their bare fist.
Bro, it's raw for us just to watch it. I can't imagine what it feels like to connect like that, you know?
Yeah, have you been there live yet?
I went to BKFC 66, Hard Rock Seminola,
Who was
Reber
the main
versus
event there?
Blas.
Reber versus Blas.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was there.
yeah. Were you?
Yeah, I was in the crowd.
No way. Um, yeah, I seen a bunch of fighters. A lot of the bare knuckle fighters, super humble guys too. Just hanging out after the fights, drinking Modelo's.
Man, you guys have been awesome, to be honest. Like, this is our third episode on the podcast, and like everybody's been showing love. At any time we clip something on you guys, or even with you, man. Like, we clipped that one clip of you smiling, and you responded. You were so humble to us, man. Like, I couldn't help but reach out to you and be like, hey man, can you come on the podcast? Like, thank you so much again, man, for coming on and taking the time to talk to us. Means
No
a lot.
problem, man. No problem. I don't
Yeah,
mind
your nick.
these things.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Your nickname, El Gallo Negro. What does that mean?
That's El Gallo. El Gallo is
Oh, Gallo.
the black rooster.
Black Rooster.
Oh,
Yeah. I did look that
okay,
Black cock.
up.
okay. We've been calling you the smiling assassin because you look like you're having a great time in there. Even like you're getting these firefights, but like I don't see you get knocked down. You don't really get hit clean. You roll with your shots. Um, do you think you found like are you gonna stay at 135 or are you gonna keep bouncing around to 145?
I that's my weight, 135 is my weight. Whenever I fight at 45, I walk on the scale at like 44, 43. Um and it's just hard to maintain weight for me when I'm exercising vigorously like that. So, um these guys that I fight at 45 put about 15 pounds. So, I'm really fighting guys that are like 160.
Yeah, no doubt. Um, that Louis Lopez fight, like he's got quite a bit of a height on you there, but you were pushing the pace early, and you seem like the aggressor. Like your style is overwhelming, even for those guys. So I thought you looked really good in that fight.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that I took from that fight, and I made the adjustments and improvements. And one of the things was that I wanted to push more of a pace. And I felt like I couldn't do that properly. I couldn't run like I wanted to because I was scared of losing too much weight. Yeah,
Man,
I
your pace,
run a lot.
you run a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Mm.
How
That's
does a normal day look when you're not training and you're not with the kids? What do you do for fun?
I don't really do much, man. I'm in fight camp the majority of the year. Right now I'm off. So for fun, I'll go out with friends sometimes, but it's rare. I just I like fighting, man. I like the gym, and um that's about it. When I'm on fight camp, I wake up at 5 a.m. 6 a.m. I'm at work. During my lunch, I go lift weights, and right after work, I go for a long run, and I'm sprinting the majority of the time of that run. Um, and then I come home. I'll take maybe a 20-minute nap, and then I'll go to the gym. Um, and then I'll come home at about 8 p.m. and then just do it all over again every day.
Mm. Eat, sleep,
That's
repeat.
good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
man. I don't mind it. I miss my kids a lot when I don't have them. So I try to find something that preoccupies my mind, because if I don't, that's when I build unhealthy habits. And that's really why I excel at this. I've uh I've high anxiety. If I miss a workout, I don't miss workouts, but if I do, I will fucking drive myself crazy. Um, and I've been out there running at 9, 10 p.m. because I missed a run because I needed to do something. You know, and it's the same with the majority of the stuff in my life. When I'm in school, I'll do most of my homework in the first 2 days for the week, and sometimes I'll jump weeks ahead. So I'll finish a class about 2 weeks, 3 weeks in advance sometimes.
So you're still in school.
Yeah, I
Like,
went back. Well, I'm going back to school to get my bachelor's degree. I'm 36.
yeah. Yeah, I'm 36 as well, actually. Um, yeah, I seen, so you're in the military, you're part of the Air Force, right?
Yes, I am.
Man, that's admirable.
I have
That's
2.5 years left for retirement, so I need to find a something to do after the military.
yeah, yeah. And you're a coach as well?
I'm not a coach per se. I do I have, and I can give private lessons. I give the guys pointers and stuff. So I am, in some ways I am a coach. I'm not a full-time coach like my coach is. But I do help these guys out with whatever they might need, some mitts or extra work, or I'll corner them. And I like doing stuff like that. Yeah. So the gym preoccupies the majority of my time. If I'm not there, I'm at work, and if I'm not at work, I'm at home. And if I'm at home, I'm either eating, sleeping, or doing laundry, because those are the only things I do here.
I hear you, man. I'm doing a lot of that today too. So we definitely appreciate you taking the time because yeah, life can definitely be busy and 4 kids, fight career, military, like school, that balance must be crazy. Like I'm not surprised that you have high anxiety. It sounds like a lot on your plate, buddy.
Well, I'm saying it's worse when I don't get that stuff done. That's what that's what it is. Or when I'm
Yeah.
not, that's when I get anxious.
Yeah, that's what eases your anxiety is getting it all done.
Hmm. Yeah.
Right. How long were you in the military for? I think I seen 17 years.
Yep. 17 years. Yeah, I joined in 2007, right out of high school.
What made you get into the military?
My brother was in the army, and then he told me not to join the army. So he said, "Do the Air Force," and I did the Air Force, and I'm here now. It's a strange journey, I would say, because I'm not. I would say that the um I do represent the military when I fight, and I hold their banner and stuff, but I'm not. I guess I wouldn't say like the most ideal sergeant. I do things a little bit differently. And I don't know. I never thought I'd make a career out of this, but now I'm here.
What do you mean by that, if you don't mind me asking? Like, what makes you different?
I grew. Coming through the military, I was very. I question stuff all the time. If something doesn't make sense, I want to know why, and I'm gonna say this doesn't make sense. And sometimes that's not what people want to hear. Or I'm not a yes man. I'm not. But I do look out for all my guys. That's important to me.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah, I
it's
hear you 100%.
Did you get in
different mindset.
trouble?
Yeah. I used to,
Yeah,
not
did you,
anymore. I used to though. I have
Anyway,
a fat stack of administrative paperwork that was handed to me as a young airman.
okay.
What was like one of your favorite parts about being in the military in the Air Force? If you could give us that.
Oh well, yeah. There's definitely there's positivity everywhere. Probably one of the best parts is being able to make friendships all over the place. I have friends in most states, people that I still keep in touch with in California, all around the East Coast, Texas, Central U.S., and even across nations. I have a lot of friends in Spain. I was in Afghanistan with a lot of Spanish guys, and those guys are cool. I lived in Portugal for a year. I know some Portuguese people that I don't know. I like that culture too. That was a fun time there for a year.
Do you speak any of the languages? I know you traveled everywhere. Do you speak any other languages?
I speak Spanish because of my heritage, but Portuguese I can understand it if it's spoken slow to me.
Yeah, now that we got Chama running the UFC Poatan, I feel like everybody wants to learn a little bit of Portuguese.
Bad words.
You know bad words?
Yeah, that's what I know. That's usually the first thing I try to learn when I integrate myself in a different culture.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the roll call. Learn the bad words first, you know?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta learn how to tell someone to fuck off, right? In every language.
So you said you don't cut. So you walk around at 135. Is there any weight cut going
I don't walk around at 145.
30,
I
35?
135. I cut to 135. I just sometimes if my weight fluctuates, especially when I do high intensity cardio, and I do a lot of high intensity cardio. I try to get my heart rate from anywhere from 180 to 200 beats per minute and maintain it for a long time, because that's probably one of the most I mean, I would say advantageous things when you train that way and you jump into the ring that way. There's no way that nerves or any kind of input output that's gonna match it. Yeah.
I was gonna say too that all that running and all that cardio is probably the reason why you have that style in the ring, where it's just the pressure that you put on. Even in that last fight, man, he could not get your timing right. As soon as he was about to throw something, you're already throwing your next punch. You know?
Yeah, yeah, I try to overwhelm with volume and movement. You know, that's just the way to do it. And you don't want to get tagged up too much in bare knuckle, because you'll get cut. And I mean, that's one of the issues that I'm running into. This one was split by Louis. Louis split it. I got 10 stitches the first in November, and I got it recut. And it was another 5 stitches to just to get it back in there. So you just don't want to get hit. It doesn't matter how hard it is. I want to say Louis hit me maybe a good 2, 3 times hard. But other than that, I didn't really feel too much. Because I move a lot, and but the times that he did hit me, I got cut. So that's all it takes.
Yeah, I guess there's no real way to really prep for that impact, right? Like, how would you prep for the impact in training camp without obviously getting hit with?
Rolls. I personally do a lot of tech sparring with small gloves. You know. And that gets me and my timing right. And I think that's super critical to bare knuckle boxing.
But you're not technically feeling that actual impact of the knuckle until you get into the ring, right?
Somebody punches you with a bag glove in the face and somebody punches you with the fist, you're not gonna tell too much of a difference, other than one might cut you.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not that much different.
Right. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a violent sport. It's definitely home of the quick finish. Is there anything? Do you have anything planned? I seen like you fight pretty much everywhere. You've been in Colorado. I think you were on the Sturgis card.
I was
Um,
New
yeah.
Mexico.
So you don't. I do you have Do you have like somewhere you like to fight out, or were you just game for wherever?
Game for wherever. But I do want to either fight internationally this year, or I do want to get back on that Sturgis card, and I've made that very, very clear.
When would you like to fight again?
Well, Sturgis is in August, so that's what I'm trying to aim for. That or the end of summer.
Is there
Uh,
any matchups that you would want, or you don't care?
I don't really care. I know there'd be a couple fun matchups, but other than that, it doesn't matter who they put in front of me. I think I'm gonna have fun hitting whoever it is.
Yeah, you are. You be smiling.
Yeah.
Is
I
there any, oh,
like I laughed and it wasn't on purpose, you know. I looked him in the eye and then I looked at David Feldman and then I was like, fuck, I'm gonna laugh. And I was like, fuck, well, here. But it's not like, in any disrespect, I just don't see why people make, it just it doesn't matter whether you're kind of snarling at somebody or yelling at them or shoving them. It's indifferent, you're gonna get in there to the next day and you're gonna fight. It really doesn't matter.
yeah,
And I know
yeah,
some people use it as an intimidation tactic, but like I said, it really doesn't matter. You're not gonna hit me there, and if you do, you're gonna get fined.
yeah,
The
hundred
funny
percent.
thing is too, the fighters that do like to come in, usually it's their debut and they're using intimidation, or they're trying to anyway. It usually ends up to bite them in the ass. They end up sleeping, and then next thing you know, they're on Instagram.
I get it. I understand that intimidation is a thing, and it works with some people. Some people are already nervous before they get into a fight, and it works. But I just don't see whenever they do it to me. I mean, I don't see a difference.
Have you ever had a fight where like it was a little bit heated going into it, trash talk in advance, or was it always just professional?
On my part, it was the same. It's always been the same. I don't care what you tell me. It doesn't matter. You can go tell me the most personal shit ever, and again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say. I'm still gonna try to hit you just as hard.
Maybe harder.
Yeah, this happened. I've had people yell at me during weigh-ins, and yeah, I just laughed.
Man, we need more press conference over at the BKFC, man. Want to see some more press conferences over there. I like that. The Dubai one was pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoy them. And then especially when Connor's there, it's a lot of fun and entertaining to watch.
Yeah, that was another thing we wanted to ask you, man. What do you think about Conor McGregor and the big cosign there with the BKFC?
Well, I mean, he's been with us for almost a year now. I think it's positive. David Feldman built something great, and when Connor came, there was a contribution to it, right? He brings a different factor to it, and he brings more eyes to the sport. I think it's a positive thing, and I've had some chats with him after the fights, and he's a cool dude. So, like I said, I'm just excited to see where bare knuckle is going. I've seen what it's done and how fast it's grown, and I think there's just another level that's going to be coming from this.
Do you think McGregor ever gets in there?
I think you will.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it.
Oh, man, who
Yeah,
does
you know what? When he delivers those speeches after the events or even prior to the events, like it just makes your hair stand up. Like the passion he has for the fight game, and he loves the bare knuckle too, man, and rightfully so. Like it's definitely the most entertaining combat sport right now, I would say, just because of the pace and just it's relentless.
Yeah,
There's
the
no
problem
ground
is
attack.
out, right? So it has a big retention value. So whenever you, like, let's say you played in a bar, but statistically, about 80% of the people are gonna want to watch again. But the problem is that some bars don't play it, or it's not
True.
that no. I mean, it is known, just not among certain people. Um, but if we get them to play it and get it to play it in Buffalo Wild Wings, you're gonna see a giant, massive change and shift.
Right. Why do you think it is they don't play it? Just because of the violence?
Yeah, it's still new. It's still something that's being, kind of like it's very raw. People look at the cuts and stuff, but it's the same reason that it's how UFC was treated when it was first airing in the early 2000s, and it took Spike TV to kind of make a shift in the culture of, are we going to watch this as society, and are we going to accept this as a society as a whole? And it went from there.
Yeah, it took Spike and the Ultimate Fighter, right? Do you think Bare Knuckle ever does something like that, like the Ultimate Fighter?
I mean, the possibilities are endless. I would see a reality show coming soon. But I don't know what angle they're gonna take. Bare Knuckle draws some characters, so it would definitely be fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. Just going back on the Connor thing, quick. Who would you like to see Connor fight in there?
Jeremy Stevens, I think that's one of them. And it's just so two opposite styles, right? Jeremy's gonna like got a come at you kind of pace, and Connor's very very elusive, and he's a good boxer, so it'd be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I 100% think Connor gets in there too, man. You just see him so excited on the sideline there watching it, and you just know he can't help but get in there one day, you know?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, and I mean, even as an athlete, whenever you're there watching that stuff, whenever I first saw it, I was like, "This is fucking crazy. I want to do this."
Yeah, there's nothing like seeing it live, man. That's I'm itching to go back anywhere because there isn't a boring fight when it comes to bare knuckle.
There isn't, and even there's very high class fighters, and there's some fighters that they just want to go and slug it out, and those are very very entertaining to watch.
And just so many finishes, so much action. Like how can you not watch, man? Like that's the big complaint on the UFC, with the wrestling and the stalling sometimes, but bare knuckle is steady action from beginning to end.
Yeah, yeah, you're right, and again, that was kind of one of those things that led people to the UFC originally in the early 2000s, right? So you had the 90s crowd, and then there was a revolution, and then there was like the dark ages, as people like to call it, of UFC. They used to only have what, like, three weight classes, four weight classes. It was insane. And then I've always been a smaller guy, and weighing 120, 130 pounds. I didn't see. I mean, it was great. I would have loved to join the UFC at that time, but there was only I think 170 was the smallest weight, and then they brought lightweight, was 155, and people were like, "Oh, that's super tiny." That was when BJ Penn was fighting them. Then they added the 45-35 division, and then now we're at 25. Um, it's crazy how that just came about that way, in that timeline. And it took them, what is it, 90, I think 95 was the first UFC.
I think so.
30
Sounds
years
accurate.
to get here. Um
Yeah.
and I see bare knuckle, and if you look at the timeline, it's doing it much faster, especially with social media. There's different ways to promote, and I feel like MMA, what MMA did was open up a kind of a way. They paved the way for a new sport like bare knuckle to do what it's doing now.
Yeah, 100%. They opened up the doors for you guys for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I remember a lot of criticism coming from the boxing world when MMA first became a thing. them box heads.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember that famous clip of Joe Rogan arguing with I don't know, some analyst from boxing about how MMA is better than boxing, and that's another guy, man, Joe Rogan, another pioneer in the game that has put MMA on the map, including Dana and everybody else.
Yeah. Joe Rogan. I mean, even Joe Rogan now with this podcast, that's it's fun to watch. But like I said, I've been watching for a long time, and I stopped watching now. I'm barely starting to watch UFC again, but I think after for me as a fan, um, I was kind of thrown off by the Reebok deal. I know some people made a lot of money with it, but for me, I don't know. I like the what the sponsors and the shorts and the kind of the way that the fighters presented themselves. I love that about MMA, you know. But now it's not like that. It's very much uniform, and as I've told you guys before, I'm not that much of a uniform guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, it was fun before, everyone had there was Tap Out, Silver Star, different
Tilt,
different brand names
Condom
going in.
Depot,
Yeah.
yeah, all the
Yeah.
sponsors. Tilt was seeing Tilt and Condom Depot on the back of the shorts was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Throwdown. You had Dethrone,
Dethrone. Yeah, that was a big draw.
Affliction.
Yeah.
Affliction.
Yeah, there was a lot of brands. I've always loved gear, bro. I don't my entire martial arts life. I have enjoyed buying gear and boxing gloves, and that's where most of my money goes to. That's what I like doing. That's what I like buying. So yeah, man. Now I talked to one of my friends. His name is Alex. He owns a boxer boutique, and through him, I've been like exploring all these gloves that I've always wanted to get my hands on. It's nuts. It's I love talking boxing equipment. If
Mm.
you want any kind of boxing recommendation for anything, um, even sauna suits, boxing gloves, 10s to 16 ounces, horsehair gloves, whatever you want to talk about, synthetic leather, uh, authentic leather, custom stuff. I like it.
You're the guy for that.
Yeah.
Gee.
Just recently, I just got my hands on some new sporting mitts. They have croc skin on them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, fucking sick.
What's your like favorite brand of boxing gloves?
It that depends on what we're talking about. What are we looking for?
Mm.
What ounce?
Ah,
What ounce glove are you talking about?
there's so many
14.
variables.
Huh?
14.
So,
14s.
Putting you on the spot, Roberto.
I'm trying to think because like I said, there's so many. Right now, I don't even use 14s that much, but I do like the power locks at 14. The Everlast power locks are great glove, but my primary focus is 16s because that's what I spar in, and 8s and 10s because that's what I condition my hands in,
Mm.
and back gloves. But if
What?
you ask about 8s and 10s, I can tell you right now, probably three of my favorite gloves. And I don't know why the Everlast has the Pro MX line, and they discontinued it. But I love the eights that they put out. I love Cleto Reyes horsehair pro gloves, and the Hayabusa tens are fucking amazing. Those are three very well made gloves.
Mm.
Hayabusa.
What separates those ones from the rest?
The structure of the glove, how they're built, and what they kind of do. The Everlast is probably the one the ones that's easier for me to wreck because I hit hard. But they feel great. Um, and it lets you feel the impact whenever you're throwing hands. Your Kleto glove is going to be right in between that one and the Hayabusa one, and I like feeling impact whenever I hit someone somebody. The Hayabusa glove is just all around. It's a beautiful glove. It's well constructed. It's laced, and they're primarily known for their Velcro line. But those are lace gloves, and the wrist support, and those, if I'm ever injured or have a slight injury on my hands, those protect your hands a little bit better than the other ones at that ounce, which is rare to see, right? So like I said, that glove is just it's a workhorse glove. Yeah, I like that one.
Holy, a true combat equipment connoisseur over here.
Let's go.
I might have.
Doing it this long, you got to explore all these options, and not just stick to one. And I say that because I like the Coletos at 8 and 10, but I'll tell you this right now, I will never ever buy another Coleto glove at 16.
Mm.
I don't like the way the thumb placement is, and I've hurt my hand with them several times. I can't do it. And people tell me all the time, it's like it's a good brand. It's a good brand, yes, but that doesn't mean all their shit is good.
So boycotting the 16s Alcletos?
I not only boycott it, but I go out of my way to tell people not to buy them.
Let's
All
go.
right, we'll spread the word.
Man, I might have to reach out to you in the future. I'm in the process of setting up my boxing gym in the basement, so I'm definitely going to be looking to get some equipment like that. I want to get some of the good stuff, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I'll set you up right. And like I said, I love this so much that you can tell me what size you want and what price you want to pay, and I'll give you the best glove for that price.
Yeah, even your trunks in the last fight, bro. Those were fancy. Those were nice. I like those. The red
That's
one.
my buddy Shipsco, Steven, that's his brand Shipsco, and he designed those trunks, and from there, from the rose design, we had Jose Aztec Customs. He designed the shoe. Those were white. The red shoes, they were originally white.
Mm,
So I got them, and Hayabusa makes some great shoes. So what he did, he got them, he colored them white and black, and he sprayed on the roses with using the design that Steven made for the shorts.
that's amazing, man.
Definitely a nice fit.
Yeah, and then my daughter's name was in the back of the trunks.
Let's
Yeah, you know
go.
what, man? I think yeah, that's another thing that makes you guys unique, man. Being able to just wear your own trunks out there, represent yourself, and like you said, not have to wear a uniform, and that's another beautiful thing about boxing too. They get to wear their own trunks and their own sponsors, and yeah, I really don't know why UFC went that route, but
Well,
yeah, well
Takes
that
away from the showmanship, though. Yeah, but yeah, money talks, right?
it is, and I do like what they did recently with like Potan and Max Holloway, where they
But yeah,
in
the custom
from,
shorts.
but not everybody's gonna get that privilege, bro.
only the elite of the elite.
Yeah, you gotta be John Jones.
Well, unless yeah, Bryce Mitchell's got his own too, right? You got UFC 314 coming up. You gonna be watching that at all?
I don't know. Like I said, sometimes I'll watch it, sometimes I don't, but I will watch every bare knuckle bout except for the England ones.
Oh, I know.
No
Those
offense
ones
to you English, but I just can't do it. I can't.
the last one was actually really good, UK.
It
But
is.
I know because when those UK cards come on, it's names that aren't exactly household for me too. I don't really know the guys coming on, but the last one, it was good. It was really good.
I'm more invested in the States, where the guys that come over here to fight, I know some of them. I know of some of them. I work with some of them because I'm also a fighter manager. Um, And I don't know. There's just something about every time like I'm excited. I love watching BKFC. Not only do I like being in BKFC, but I love fucking watching it, man.
And that's fucking amazing to hear, bro. Who do you like to watch at the moment the most in bare knuckle? Who excites you the most?
Well, the cool thing about it is that every almost every fight card there's somebody that I want to watch. So right now, hmm, I'm trying to think without being biased either.
Yeah, it's tough for you. You might have actually trained with some of the guys.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, not just because they're my friends, I like watching them, right? I'll tune into. I mean, like, I don't know Mike Perry like that, but I'll tune into a Mike Perry fight because this guy's just fucking a machine. The way he fucking walks down people in bare knuckle, which isn't normal. Um,
He's
but I'm trying to think of maybe homegrown BKFC fighters that I like watching.
What do you think about El Zombo?
I mean, he's cool. He's cool. He knocks everybody out fast. That's I want to see a struggle. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Do you think he fights Rothwell next?
If he does, that'd be. I like watching Ben. By the way, Ben's a cool fucking dude. I bumped him a couple times, and man, me and him crack up every single time we hang out. But he's a cool dude. Hmm. Um, that'd be very interesting because of the length, and Rothwell can crack.
How he can.
Rothwell can crack.
Yeah,
Again,
he.
I personally want to watch Terrell versus Zombo.
Mm,
Okay. Yeah.
mm.
Why not?
About yeah, why not? I think it would be an interesting bout. And then step up, and I know he did just fight somebody that was good, you know, and he dropped them pretty decisively. But I don't know where are these top five guys that you know I want to see him fight one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah, most definitely.
yeah. Ben Rothwell. That's the real test. And you're saying Mick Terrell, right? That was Ben Rothwell's last knockout. So it pretty much sets it up right there. El Zombo gets the finish. How can you deny that fight, Ben
Yeah,
Rothwell? Right?
yeah, yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like I think that'd be an interesting bout. Let me see who else is in the top five. I do like watching Josh Watson. Now that we're getting into it, I like watching Josh Watson, and I like watching Zach Kalmas.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't care if Zach Kalmas is fighting. Zach Kalmas fighting is a fight that I want to watch.
Okay. Keep an eye out for Zach Helmus.
You have you not seen his fights yet?
I don't think so, bro. Honestly,
Look at him. If you look him up, you'll be like, "Oh, this guy, yeah."
Scott Helmus,
No, Zach.
Zach Helmus.
Yeah, Zach Kalmas.
Okay. He sounds familiar, but I can't put a face.
You'll once you search him up there, you'll see who I'm talking about.
So I know you're a connoisseur of the mitts, but now that you're in bare knuckle, how are those hands looking? You got any new marks or any new
I
knuckles
don't
that are
I don't
no?
I don't train my hands like other BKFC fighters, no. So when you talk about the fist, a lot of the guys they condition their knuckles for impact, and it's in between the knuckles and the wrist. Those are the parts that break the most right here. That's what breaks the most. So that's what I try to condition, and I hit like either the heavy bag with small gloves, so I can do just create that power in the hand, or I'll hit a rice bag bare fisted. But again, it's hard impacts, so I can build strength in all of the hand, not just the knuckles. Your callous knuckles are gonna do nothing if you break the bones behind them.
Most
Mm.
definitely. I feel like the wrist would probably take a lot of the impact too.
Yeah, it'll break if you don't. If you don't prepare yourself.
Have you broken your hands at all in any fights in bare knuckle?
No, but I did notice swelling the first fight. And then this one's was swollen that night. That was my jab hand. But it's all good now. And I still have that,
Okay.
but that's about it.
Yeah, speaking of gloves, actually, what I meant to ask you too, what do you think about all the eye pokes that are happening in the UFC right now? Do you think there would be some sort of adjustment that they could do with the gloves to prevent that?
I mean, I don't know why they're sticking their hands out to begin with.
Mm.
Why would you do that? You're asking
Yeah.
to put somebody's eyes whether the gloves are different or not. Why would you do that?
Yeah, because you know what? I feel like you don't see that many eye pokes in bare knuckle. Not yet, anyway.
No, and you don't even have gloves.
No. But UFC, it's like sometimes I'm like, are they holding their hands open to make them think that they're gonna grab a hold of you too,
I
or
guess
like are
they're
they
doing.
just is it part of like kind of a mind fuck?
They're gauging range, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what they're
that's
doing.
true too. When they keep it out and they touch like that, right?
Yeah,
I guess there's no need for that in bare knuckle.
I mean, yeah, there is, but you can do it without poking someone's eye.
Yeah, just keep your fist closed, right?
Yeah, you shoot your jab out. You should know where everything is in reference to your long jab and short jab and mid range jab.
Mm. Is there any fighters that played a role in you starting to fight growing up? Like somebody, any fighters you looked up to growing up?
Fuck yeah, man. There's a lot. And a lot of them were in the UFC. The UFC is what motivated me to start martial arts. Again, I've always thought it was amazing. But my mom never wanted me to do it. So the first gym that I joined was I think it was $30 a month, and I would mow my coach's lawn in order to do it because my mom didn't want to help me out with that.
Mm.
I don't know too many mothers that do.
Yeah, I mowed my coach's lawn, and he would let me train. And that's how it started. And then from there I was watching Chuck Liddell a lot. I still remember watching him versus Randy Couture the first time he dropped him. Um Joe Lauzon, one of my favorite fighters, Diego Sanchez, dude.
Mm.
Oh, the nightmare.
Yeah, dude, the way he fights, that's the type of pace. Him and Clay Guida, that's a pace that you put on people and they don't know what to do, you know what I mean? These motherfuckers are just gonna keep going, dude. Regardless of how bad Diego is getting battered, you're not gonna stop that dude. Did you
Yeah.
watch fight Austin Trout?
Yeah,
Diego?
I think I did see
Yeah.
that one.
I don't think
Yeah.
I.
I'm pretty
Well, dude,
sure.
go back and watch it. This motherfucker gets battered and comes forward,
Yeah,
and it's relentless. It's fucking
yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a similar style to Diego and a little bit of Clay Guida too.
Yeah, yeah, that's the kind of style that I like. I think that's what the fans appreciate, you know what I mean? Somebody that wants to fight and isn't just here to fuck off for 1 or 5 rounds.
it's
Oh
true.
man, Diego Sanchez, a absolute legend in the game, man. Big fan of him.
Fuck yeah, and Clay the Carpenter Guida too, man. That's a fan favorite around here too, man. I swear he's. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come up on another card soon. Like he's just
Yeah, he's still out there, no?
the
Yeah,
longevity is ridiculous.
did you hear me?
Yeah, I love Guida.
What'd you say?
I said maybe the GFL.
Oh,
Oh,
I folded.
yeah. What the
I heard
fuck, dude?
GFL's done.
I don't know, man. But there was something suspicious about that. They were signing a lot of good people, and I was just kind of like, who you
Yeah,
got to
the
invest
writing was on the wall.
on?
Bro, we were just talking about that last week too, because we were really excited for the Tony Ferguson Dylan Dennis matchup,
Uh,
and then like a couple of days ago, I seen Ariel Hawani posted that it was all scrapped.
Yeah,
Wow.
a different date, and I was just kind of like, what the fuck, One of my friends was fighting on that, and I was like, what's going on? Like, she found out through them posting it. I was
Good.
like, I can't imagine being a fighter and then you just wake up one day and your shit's canceled and nobody fucking told you, but you find it on social media. That's some bullshit.
Terrible. Terrible. So what do you think it doesn't go down at all?
What? I don't know, man. That's a lot of capital that you're gonna need. I don't know who their investors are. I don't know anything about the GFL. But if being the person that I am, I'm sure if I poke around, I can find some stuff that's like questionable, I guess.
That's
Again,
terrible.
it's a lot to sign all of those fighters. Those were some high level fighters that they picked up.
Man, they had big names on there. Big names. Yeah, like I can't believe that they just scrapped the event. Like, it makes you wonder.
Somebody in the comments called it the Fire Festival.
Does say again? Oh, the Fire Festival. Yeah,
Fire
yeah. Yeah.
the Fire Festival of MMA, and I was like, well,
What do you
Gee.
did you catch any of that dirty boxing? Mike Perry's dirty boxing?
Mm.
I didn't catch it. It seems interesting enough to watch, but I just haven't tuned in. I normally some of the cards that I always watch are Karate Combat. I do like watching Karate Combat.
Yeah, great.
Um,
Yeah.
I watch a lot of the DAZN boxing now that I have the app and bare knuckle boxing.
No Jake Paul fights?
I mean, I'll watch them, but I'm not like all up on it. You know what I mean? I tell people like one of the best things that I tell people, I was like, hey, dude, I don't care if it's two bums fighting at 7-Eleven. I want to watch because I like fights.
Man,
Yeah. Yeah, we're the
Yeah, yeah,
same.
old ladies, fuck, let's fucking watch.
I got 50 on the one with the wig.
Yeah. I'm not one of those snobs that's like, oh, these guys, this technique is terrible. No, dude, it's a fight. If it's evenly matched, I want to watch it.
That's right.
Would you ever would you ever entertain a fight like that for the big bag? One of these social influencer fights?
You don't even have to fucking offer me a bag, dude. It's fucking somebody that doesn't know how to fight up for fun. I like fighting. I'll
We could
beat the
tell, man.
free, bro.
Let's
Let's go.
go. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah. Hopefully the promotion's in here. Then they're like, get this guy. He's gonna do it for free.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah, no
Roberto, you're
kidding.
the man. Is it Roberto or Robert? Because I seen on your IG it's
Roberto.
Roberto.
Yeah.
Okay, Roberto Armas.
Yeah, because BKFC, I feel like they changed it to Robert on their website. I swear it was Roberto before, so I don't know what the fuck they're trying to pull.
Most people call me Rob or in the gym. I don't. I told my coach after like I've known him for years. He's like Berto, and I'm like, he's like, they call you Berto. I was like, I don't like it, and he goes, we've been calling you Berto, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you no.
Yeah, amazing, man.
Well, you know what?
Go ahead,
I
Jay.
look forward to that Sturgis card, man. I hope they give you a game opponent.
Pushing for it. Bring me an influencer.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming on, Rob. Thank you for taking the time and being patient with me. I know I kept you waiting a little bit there, brother, but thank you so much, man. We appreciate you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for having me on, man.
Is there anything
Appreciate it,
you want
buddy.
to plug or anything you want to say to your fans or your last words?
Man, I mean, we're all in this together. We're all here to watch fights. I interact with the fans on my social media page, and man, like I said, I'm looking forward to the next fights. What is it next week? It's Omaha, Nebraska.
Mhm.
Make sure you guys tune in.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
We'll be
Must see
watching.
TV when BKFC's on.
Yeah, and we look forward to getting you on again, man. Maybe leading up to your fight or even afterwards, you know, just to get to pick your brain a little bit would be awesome again, man.
Sounds good. You guys let me.
Thank you,
Good
brother.
luck, Roberto. Take care. God bless,
Appreciate
man.